This is the most important part of lowering it, is to know it. If you don't know your actual food cost, you are flying blind. Now, most owners have a general idea, but don't have it dialed in. And this is where it all begins. So how do you do this? First, you need to know how much each item's recipe build cost is down to the gram. That is a build sheet that you must have of really what each item costs when it's all put together. And certain things are in a recipe, right? Because if you have spaghetti and meatballs, well, there's a meatball mix recipe to then know what a meatball costs along with the spaghetti, along with the marinara. So once you know what the food item's food cost is, you can then price it accordingly. But if you don't know, you can't then say, hey, this is off from our intent. Because if you build it to be 25% food cost and you run 30, then you would know you have a 5% variable from what your intention was. But if you built it all to be, I don't know, whatever kind of works, then you don't even know your starting point. And if you are not then reassessing what is the actual food cost versus the intended food cost weekly, you're screwing up. You can't do this in a rear view 3 months later. So you need to know your intended food cost, what you costed the menu items to be, along with your true food cost. That is how much you spent on food and then how much revenue you got to the restaurant. If you want to do it over a 3-week average to see your rolling food cost, that's going to give you a cash number percentage of what your real food cost is. Not theoretical because you're sitting on so much inventory, your real ass food cost. You need to know that number weekly without fail. And it's as simple as calculating all your invoices and then how much money went into the bank.